We're demonstrating a groundbreaking treatment right here on our stage with Dr. Ordon here today. It's offering hope to millions of people who've tried everything for their blemishes with no success. Is it the miracle cure we've been waiting for? You're going to soon find out. But first, as always, let's bring out our doctors, Dr. Ordon, Dr. Sears, and Dr. Matthews.
It's showtime. Here we go again.
So every time I walk on stage, Dr. Ordon, it seems like there's something new in the treatment room. What is that thing?
Do you see my little robot friend over there? This is the newest, latest in acne care treatment. This is called the Isolase Photopneumatic Acne Care System. Photopneumatic, that means light plus a vacuum. Okay. Millions of us out there have problems with acne. In fact, it's the #1 skin problem in the world. So we have a great new treatment. We have a patient, Kristen, that I've been treating for 5 weeks. She's gonna come back later in the show, and we're gonna show her results.
Oh, I'm excited.
Wow, cool.
I'm excited. Did you all suffer from acne as a kid?
Oh, as a teen? Oh, God, yes.
Oh, yeah, big time, a little bit. I like it, a robotic pimple popper. This sounds good. I dig it.
Well, sort of.
Okay.
Well, what's great about this is Kristen is no longer a teenager. She's been dealing with this her whole life, and that's why this is a great treatment.
problem all her life. She's literally tried every treatment out there. Didn't really get much improvement.
Well,
Can't wait.
The good news
to
is
bring
we're
her
going
out
to see
later.
Kristen's results at the end of the show. Also, Dr. Ordon, during the show today, will demonstrate how it all works right here on our stage. 3 out of every 4 people have dealt with acne. I'm sure you have as well. Or at least someone you know has it or has struggled with it. Most teens do outgrow it, or their acne responds to lotions, antibiotics, or facial peels. But what if your acne was so resistant that nothing worked? Kristen has been living that nightmare since she was 12 years old.
I've been struggling with acne since I was 12 years old. I get nodules, pus-filled acne, blackheads. Middle school is when my acne really first started flaring up. Kids are mean. They started calling me pizza face. I remember one of the boys in my class taking the pepperoni off of his pizza and sticking through it in his face and being like, "Look, I'm Kristen." I felt isolated. I felt embarrassed. I felt ugly. Like I wasn't as good as the other girls because I wasn't as pretty as them.
I think every mother just sobs silently when you watch your child go through the meanness of school.
Some of the kids wrote on the girls' bathroom wall one time in permanent marker that Kristen Gundrum is a print face. And I sat in that bathroom for a half an hour. I tried to wash it off the wall. I remember talking to my grandma about some of the things the kids said, and what made me feel horrible is that she started crying. And I said, "Grandma, why are you crying?" She said, "Because I gave this to you, it's my fault." That same. I started doing musical theater in 9th grade. I stopped doing theater about 2 years ago. I feel that my voice doesn't match my face because my voice is beautiful, but my skin is not. I became a teacher because it doesn't matter if you have acne as a teacher. The treatments I've tried for my acne is up to 50% face peels, Retin-A. I've done extractions, facials, antibiotics, birth control, Proactive, every over-the-counter thing. And I've done Accutane 3 times.
When I saw the posting on the doctors about acne and scarring, I thought of Kristen right away. And all I could think of is maybe he can help where nobody else has.
What I hope is that Dr. Ordon is my miracle man. That he is the man that can take one step beyond any doctors have ever done and be the one that I will invite to my child's wedding because he's the one that cleared up my skin.
That makes me feel pretty good.
Well, it should make you feel good.
I may be the miracle man, but it's really more about the miracle machine, which we will get to.
Well,
with the
and we're
Isolase
watching that tape piece. We're talking about acne. Everyone has acne, but people don't think about how devastating it can be.
Acne is the single most common skin condition that people have out there. And we have a nice graphic to show exactly what's going on. Acne basically is a disease of the sebaceous glands. And what happens is that certain people are predisposed to produce too much oil or sebum in their sebaceous glands. In some people, they overproduce oil or sebum. The sebaceous unit gets clogged, which then leads to a blackhead. Then inflammation sets in the base of the sebaceous gland. Bacteria grows, a pustule forms, a whitehead forms, and then in severe cases, the deep part of that sebaceous gland, becomes cystic or nodular, and that's where the big problem occurs, because if you don't treat this, it'll lead to severe scarring. As a plastic surgeon, I try to improve acne scarring all the time, and it's very tough.
The question I have is, for these women or men who suffer from serious acne, is it genetic? Are they doing something wrong?
It's not from eating chocolate. Do you remember the days when we grew up, they said it's all from eating the wrong foods,
Right.
et cetera? Nothing to do with that. The number one thing is just your genetics. It's your DNA. How are you programmed? Did you inherit it from your mom, your dad, whatever? And then number two, it is hormonally based. That certain hormones, testosterone in both men and women, has been shown that that's what leads to most cases of acne.
And Kristen's mom, Terry's here. You were tearing up when we introduced your daughter's story, because I just see so much sadness on your face.
When you watch your child suffer, I remember coming home from middle school and just sobbing. And for all of the hard remarks, I'd have to give her 15 attaboys to keep her going. And, in the beginning we thought she'd outgrow it, but she's 28 years old now, and it's still going on.
And we see that. Typically we think of adolescents, teenagers, but for a lot of people, acne goes on well into their adult years.
Because there are people like Kristen who have no hope. They've given up.
There's new technology with the Isolase technology, which I am going to demonstrate later. We did this for Kristen for 5 weeks. We've had a chance to take a look at her before picture. We're going to have her come out and show her results in a matter of minutes. But what is cool about this technology, number one, it has a vacuum device which cleans, and we have a graphic to show this, which is actually opening and cleaning out the pore of the sebaceous gland, and then there's a pulse of broad beam light that penetrates into the sebaceous gland. It's doing a couple things. It's killing the bacteria that's living in the sebaceous gland, and it's causing shrinkage of that part of the gland that's overproducing all of this oil. So
the first step is a technologically savvy way of popping a zit.
This is high-tech zit popping.
Let's look
Exactly.
again at Kristen's before photo. And so after 5 weeks, I've been waiting.
Okay.
Kristen, why don't you come on out and show us what your new skin looks like? Whoa, wow. Hi there. I would never...
You look super.
I would never in a million years, looking at you right now, think that you've ever had problems with acne. It is unbelievable.
Thanks.
Do you feel like a completely different woman?
I feel hot.
Each treatment takes about 10 minutes. She comes in like every week, every 2 weeks. Minimum for most patients, you need about 5 treatments or more.
And it didn't hurt at all.
No, it's actually pretty easy.
Let's have you look straight ahead, because I want everyone at home to see how drastic this difference is. We're going to do the before, and if we could put it right next to her after. Is that not amazing? It helps everyone, because I know that there's a mom out there who's got a big smile on her face, because she looks phenomenal.
Well, she always looked phenomenal to me, but now her outside matches her inside.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
So now you do have your 10-year high school reunion coming up.
Yes.
But the reality is these treatments don't last forever. There's a time curve, and so the question...
That's it, Travis. Unfortunately, there's no cure for acne. They're treatments, and this is one treatment. I think this is a great treatment. It's working for Kristen. She failed to respond to other treatments. This is good for her.
So what do you do now?
I suppose I just make sure that Dr. Orden's my best friend.
Well, we actually, you have your 10-year high school reunion coming up, and very fortunately, the folks at Esthera, they've agreed to give you a year's worth of Isolase treatments for free.
Wow.
And the exciting thing for people at home is coming up, Dr. Orden is going to show us right here live on stage exactly how this miracle acne treatment works on another patient. Plus, we'll hear his must-know tips for preventing future breakouts in the first place. That's next.
It grabs the skin.
Oh, wow.
You see that? It's like a little octopus.
We're talking about a brand new breakthrough treatment for acne called Isolase. And Dr. Orden is going to demonstrate this treatment for you right now on Lee, who has struggled with acne since she was 10 years old. Because it uses a light beam, those of you closest to the stage, as well as Dr. Orden and myself, need to wear these safety goggles. So everyone, go ahead and put yours on. And first things first, you've got moist towels wrapped around Lee's face. What's this for?
We're starting with a little facial here, Travis. We're going to open up her pores, which allows the Isolase to work better. What it's going to do, open the sebaceous gland units. The little vacuum device is going to pull things out. Then it's going to get that zap of light therapy to kill the bacteria and treat that gland.
So
I'm ready for some high-tech zip popping.
That's it.
So you start with the moist towels, Drew.
I do. I take those off. Now I just spray water on here because we want, sorry, Lee, we want a moist environment for good contact with the handpiece, okay?
So, and this treatment's good for what type of patient with acne?
Any type of skin type can be treated with this. Dark skinned people, Latin type skin, black skin, all types of skin respond very nicely to this.
And everyone at home watching, seeing these amazing results on Kristen, is wondering, how much does this cost?
About $300 to $500 per treatment. Okay, so what you're going to see, Travis, I apply this to her skin. Do you see that it grabs the skin?
Oh, wow.
You see that? It's like a little octopus. It has little tentacles on it. It grabs the skin. We let the vacuum part go first. Then we get two beams of broadband light, which is treating the sebaceous gland unit there.
Let's say that you're not someone who has a terrible problem with acne, but you're getting them into your 20s. What are great tips for people at home to avoid this in the first place?
Okay. The key for treating acne is sort of fourfold. What you want to do is cleanse your face, wash your face at least twice a day, right? You want to exfoliate to open up the sebaceous gland units. And then you want to look for products, skincare products that contain salicylic acid to open up the pore. And then number two, benzoyl peroxide to kill the bacteria and to treat the gland itself to slow down that sebum production.
And then what about, I know that one treatment for Lee's not going to work, Dr. Orden. We have a few more treatments planned for her. Is this something that we can get her looking like Kristen?
You're absolutely right. We can't just do this treatment today and stop. So what we're going to do, we're going to continue doing this for her for 1 year.
What?